Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my video. So recently, hopefully if you'd have seen a lot of my clips, I have been reviewing products which I have used, which I come back to very often, and hopefully by now you would have realised that I really like trying out different hairstyles, different hair products, some for work, some for every day, and some for those sort of occasional events which you may go to and which you want to really look your best for. For me, I have really come to like, especially in the last couple of months, the Schwarzkopf Got2b range. I have used that range on and off for a couple of months, and actually going back years now. It's a product which I have very often used, new products which have come out, and it's something I keep going back to. The same very much with VO5 products, but however very often I may also try a different range as well, or several different ranges, but I always seem to have those products in my sort of family home, or sort of in my product range which I go to for styling my hair. Very often I really like and enjoy having a real combed, groomed, very neat hairstyle, very much like the one which I've got today. The products which I have chosen today are actually my sort of go-to products for when I'm at work. So I work in a very sort of professional environment. I work in a bank, so for me I really like to have that real nice and neat combed style, sort of almost a very classic, sort of, I always say 1910s, 1920s hairstyle. Whether or not that's sometimes just slicked right back with a comb, with a choice of different products to create that nice shine as well in that volume, or if I like it quite tight to my head and brushed over, or if I like a side parting and over to one side. Now today I've got some volume in the front here, and I've brushed this one off to the side with the help of some products. So jumping in with the product range I'm using today, it is from Schwarzkopf and it is a Got2b product, but it's slightly different. So this range, I'll just show you the hairspray of this range. This is phenomenal, with the emphasis on the men. So phenomenal, if I've said that right. So it's a real nice product. So this is their finishing hairspray. It's for groomed styles, and here it's boasting fuller looking hair, natural finish, and a hold level of 5, which I believe, if my memory serves me right, that's the maximum hold level for a hairspray. Or if anything, it's close up to being the maximum hold. And just a little bit more detail here on the back. It has got "Discover the real gentleman in you with our barbershop inspired grooming range. The Got2b phenomenal finishing hairspray adds the final touch to your groomed style. Achieve enduring hold and fuller looking hair with a natural finish for a style that looks neat and timeless." And I think that's a really nice way of putting it, timeless. These styles, particularly the one I'm wearing today, whenever you're wearing or styling your hair in this way, it never sort of gets old. Those fashions sort of never change, and the style which I've got today, I find those sort of nice groomed, classic, sort of sleek gel or cream sort of products to create this style, it never gets old. So it's a real nice timeless style, and it's something I wear quite often. Just going back to this on here, so it says suit up and get ready to be phenomenally groomed. So again, extra tip here for perfectly groomed styles using combination with Got2b phenomenal texturizing clay or moulding paste. And I believe that's like the gel which we've been talking about here, for a look which is as sharp as your style. So this product here, again, packaging. The hairspray which I always go to in the range is the yellow freeze hold, a real favourite of mine. But this is probably, I like them both the same, but if I had a favourite, I think it would slightly be this one here. The yellow one I always go to because I'm creating texture in my hair. It's an amazing product. This one, I really like it because of the packaging. I think the sleekness, even the iconic sort of the man on the front here has got the styled hair, which I always go for, that sort of groomed, nice combed back slick style. And again, it just seems quite classical, quite sort of modern, and a very trendy product which I would always go for. Scent wise, it's almost got like a cologne, which is really quite interesting in a hairspray. It's very masculine, and it's almost like a real nice sort of expensive aftershave. I always find this smell through this finishing spray. It doesn't have to just be a finishing spray, even if you had shorter hair, of course. It would be really great to create texture in your hair, or if of course you've got that combed look, perhaps just slightly up in the front there, you've got shorter hair on the top and at the back, and you're just getting that bit more of a lift in that volume, and you comb off to one side. Would be a really great product to use. You have to forgive me, someone's just started doing something in their garden. It's really loud noises going on, so I do apologise. I'm just going to carry on with that. The second product in the range, which I don't actually have the styling clay, and that's just because at the moment I've got quite a lot of different styling clays going on. I have a favourite at the moment, which is from my last styling sort of clip which I have done, and that was from the John Frieda range. So the styling clay I'm using at the moment is actually from the John Frieda Lift range, which I'm really liking, and I've used for quite a while now, on and off. I tend to use these products and have a bit of a break from them, go back to them in sort of my sort of range of products I use for styling my hair, I've got quite a large array, so I sort of pick and choose and drop in and out on products all the time. But going back to what we're doing today, so this is the Phenomenal Lightweight Styling Gel. Now this one here, okay, so this is for groomed hairstyles. It creates structure and shine, non-sticky, and it's a hold level of 3. Now this has recently been updated because my favourite version of this product is it's a cream product. So it's a gel, but it's a cream-based gel, and you can still purchase it, but I think they've just overhauled the range. And this is a really, really nice product. So the cream product and this one, they're relatively the same. I have to admit, if I had a favourite, it would be the cream sort of texture formula, which isn't this one. However, they are both great products. This one is more like a styling gel. The other one, which I'm talking about, is like a styling cream paste. Both create fuller hair, I feel, as well. When you're drying your hair with a blow dryer and you're sort of slicking it over to the side or straight back over, or off to one side with more volume in the front, I feel, once you've got that dry hair, you're going in with about a golf ball size amount, maybe a little bit smaller. If you're like me, I like to use quite a lot of different products, so I always use that about that amount. Going with the lightweight styling gel or the cream-based formula, if you've got that, really, really great, creates fullness, and it almost works with you, rather than with some gels if you tend to use for this style which I'm wearing today. I always find you're really sort of tugging to get through the hair, and it can be quite sort of rigid and not really like a great experience of your hair. These products from the Phenomenal Got2b Schwarzkopf range, really, really nice. The cream formula is a really creamy sort of texture, creates almost like moisture in your hair as well as hold. This one here is like a gel, which I find coats the hair more. So the cream formula sort of gives you that nice moisture, that nice almost slight matte finish. And if you want the shine, you can finish with the finishing spray. The lightweight styling gel almost coats the hair more. So as I say, for me it would be the gel, the sort of cream-based product, but I like both of them, in fact both the same, to be honest with you. Whether or not they've sort of replaced that product, I don't know, but however, I am still being able to purchase both of them, whether that's online or in Boots or in Superdrug, for example, which, as you would probably know from a lot of my clips, that's where I get a lot of my products from. Price range, they're usually, to be honest with you, I always love Got2b products because by Schwarzkopf, they're very often on offer, either in the 3 for 2 or at £3. Most I've seen these products for is around about £4.50, maybe a little bit more than that. I really like them. I have tried on the back of, I think it was the hairspray actually, and it says the extra tip works perfectly in combination with the Got2b Phenomenal Texturizing Clay or Moulding Paste. I have actually used a texturizing paste. I haven't got any to show actually on this clip, but it's in the same packaging. So if you see these packaging items when you're out and about, if there is a clay next to it, you'll know it's from the same range. And it's a really great texture. They have several of them, and I think they're sort of colour coded. One is, I believe the red one is for making your hair thicker. It's got like the same packaging here, but it's got a bit of a red emblem on there. There's a green one, which I believe is for more hold. And I think there's one on there as well, which is a bit more of a looser, more textured look as well. So they've got several of them. Before, when I started using this range, it was just the cream-based gel and the finishing hairspray. And I believe they're slowly sort of adding to that range as well. And I would actually say that Schwarzkopf Got2b range, they're adding more and more products to it all the time, and it's something which I'm really, really liking, and I use quite a lot of the time as well. These products for me, as I did say, they are my sort of go-to products for work, because I very often wear a style like what I've got today for work. I very often jump in with the styling gel and then the finishing spray, partly because I like the smell and I like the quality of how they sort of work with me to create those combed styles, which creates a bit more of a fuller look as well. Really great products. I would really certainly recommend them. You probably got from a lot of my clips now, I always finish my sort of hairstyles off with a Got2b Schwarzkopf Yellow Freeze Hold spray, which I really, really like. If you had to ask me which was my favourite, I like the smell of this one more, but both of them, to be honest, are sort of par and par. They're really, really probably one of my go-to products for sort of finishing my style off, and of course styling my hair as well at times. I really like using all different products as well, but these certainly, I have to admit, are one of my favourites, and of course the other products in the Got2b range, and I have to admit the VO5 Freeze range as well. In terms of styling my hair, how have I done that today? So I have gone in this morning with, I have actually not used Ceneroxyl, actually, surprisingly. I have gone in with the John Frieda Men's Lifting Energizing Shampoo. Really, really nice, and gives you that little bit more texture, that creating that little bit more lift in my hair. Rinsed that through my hair, and then I've jumped in with the calming conditioner, which, as we spoke about in my last clip, really calms the actual hair down, and almost creates quite a nice quite a nice sort of area then to go in. So it gives you that almost that blank sort of sleekness to then go in and build your style up. So I suppose you could say it gives you that nice canvas to sort of start your styling from. And it gives that nice boost of scent as well. It's got a really nice masculine smell in those products as well. Then when I've gone in with just my small sort of radial Damon brush here, gone in, blow dry my hair, literally creating that lift from the front of my scalp, pulling it up and then directing it back over my head. Then on the side, as you can see, I've directed my hair today slightly over onto an angle. I've lifted again from my scalp here, really pulled up and directed that over my scalp. And then once I've got that done, I've just literally gone in with a brush and just quite roughly dried that backwards, because I don't want so much volume at the back of my head. I wanted it at the front here. Then when we're ready and I've got that nice texture in my hair, I've used a small amount of the lightweight styling gel, and then I have added a second amount in first of all, but then firstly rubbed a small amount through my hands, rubbed it through my hair, down at the roots just to give me that little bit more of resistance, a bit more fullness. And then I've gone with a second amount through the top of my hair, and then I've brushed that in with just a standard comb, or you could use a brush like this as well. And I've gone in and then I've created that sort of that texturized look over, and I've really nicely sort of created that little bit of height and volume at the front here, swooped that across at the back, made sure I've combed it down neatly at the back as well, just to help with a small mirror. And then I've sort of swooped this over quite swiftly here and quite flat sort of at the side, and then you can see that nice sort of point, which then arrows, as you would have known if you've watched my clips hopefully, and that my hair sort of, after I've had it cut, points down towards the back, towards the nape of my neck in a bit of an arrow formation. Really like the product as well. If you had, of course, that texturizing clay, you could go in and create a little bit more lift and sort of lift that up. But for me today, because I really like those comb sort of styles, I believe this sort of works perfectly for me, and a really great product range. So I can't absolutely sort of praise these products enough. Really amazing products. Price range, really great, and they're readily available. I've seen them very often in supermarkets and stores such as Superdrug, sort of Boots, and online as well. And I would say also that you can get them for a little bit cheaper and for sort of a large quantity on stores like Amazon as well, which are really good too, which I have done in the past for the finishing hairspray, sorry, and of course the freezing one, which I've just noted there, which is the yellow can, whereas this one is the grey and black. Really great products, as I say, and really love them. If you see them, I can't recommend them enough. Of course, remember, I'm not, this is personal opinion, I'm not representing these companies at all. It's literally on personal opinion. It's just that if I find a product which I really like, I feel then I just want to share my good experience and really praise these products about it for other people to use. So certainly it's a great sort of passion for mine, sort of different styles, different products and things. So if you see them, give them a try. I can't recommend them enough. Okay, so hope you really enjoyed that today, and please, hopefully, if you do sort of come across with any tips, or you think I'd like to give that a try, really do go ahead. I can't sort of push you into that enough. Absolutely, it's really great products to use, and any of the ones which I've used in any of my clips as well. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, we will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye now.